I want to talk about this Blahaj. Blahaj? Bluhaj? You know what I'm talking about. The shark. This thing. This little cuddly toy shark that comes from IKEA, the furniture shop, that for some reason, that's hard to really know why, trans people, predominantly trans women, I think, have embraced this thing as their mascot. And I know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking, okay, Gemma, why do you have one then? If you're so critical of the Blahaj, and spoiler warning, I am. I don't like this thing. That's why I want to talk about it. Why do you have one? Why do you own one? Well, I'll tell you why. Because a couple of years ago, I feel like maybe a year ago, I was so annoyed about these Blahajes, right, that I thought, I'm going to buy one and I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to set it on fire and hit it with hammers. And I'm going to film that, and that's going to be my statement about how I feel about it. And I didn't end up doing it, mainly because, not because I fell in love with it or anything like that. I didn't, okay? It didn't charm me. I just felt like in the end it wasn't worth the stress. Because listen, I don't want to annoy the entire transgender community. I know what some of you are like, because I am some of you. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with this thing morally. There's nothing, you know, it's not like I think it's a bad image, or it's not that I think it's like stupid. Well, I do think it's stupid, but it's not that, but it's okay to like stupid things. I like lots of stupid things. I just wrote an article about all the stupid things I like. You can read it over at lobotomyworld.substack.com. But it is, but you know, I was thinking like, is it worth it to start this war, to shake this hornet's nest? Because you know, the trans community, TM, the sort of not the real trans community, but the sort of like nebulous trans community that sort of like Pink News might comment on. If you're to believe that, if you're to believe what, you know, the likes of Pink News have to say, then you'd be led to believe that this stuffed shark, the Blahaj, is our mascot, and we all hug it every night. I don't even have this in my bed. I stuff it under my bed because I'm embarrassed when people come over and they see this thing that I essentially bought as a prop. Okay? So, but in the end I decided I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to hit it with hammers. I'm not going to set it on fire. I'm not going to burn it, because it's not worth the stress. I don't want everyone commenting and going, what's wrong with you, Jem? Why can't you just let us enjoy what we enjoy? Why can't we just like what we like? And, you know, that's true. You're right. You should be allowed to. And, you know, it's just a cuddly toy shark, isn't it? And I want to also state that, like, this isn't an anti-cuddly toy video. I have some cuddly toys. They're mainly for kitsch value. Like, they're not in my bed. They're sort of like on my mirror or sitting on the bookshelf or whatever, and they're just kind of there to be like, oh, look at how kitsch and, you know, quirky and camp everything is. But I don't feel like that's what this does. You know, I feel like this Blahaj thing, this is why I wanted to make it, because I don't know, I just feel like this thing, it could be more, it could be better, right? I mean, look at its teeth. It's not well made. It's a poorly made thing. It feels cheap, okay? And this is real one. It's not a knockoff. I got this from IKEA, and it feels like the sort of thing that you would win in a ropey old arcade in Margate, and a man with a pot belly and a ponytail would get a hook to grab it down from the very top of the arcade game, and he'd throw it at you. I mean, I've won things out of claw machines that have more integrity than this, right? I mean, its teeth are not even, they're like pieces of paper. It really is crude. And I just feel like as a community, the trans community, we kind of deserve something better than this. We are better than this. I mean, I know I can see in a way that it's like kind of cute. Like I kind of understand, I can kind of see the kawaii aspect of it. You know, I'm not immune to cute toys. I want to buy a Labubu as well. But with its eyes and its teeth, I think it just verges a little bit too... It verges too much on goofy. It's like at a certain point, what are we saying? When we say this is our mascot, what are we saying? We're saying, yeah, trans people, we're as goofy as this. Naturally, like, why does this appeal to trans people? Is it because it's a shark? And sharks have there's an assumption, right? That sharks are dangerous killers, killing machines. And is it because that trans people, through the media and through, you know, the news and things like that, is it because trans people have also been painted with a broad brush and misrepresented throughout the years to be psychotic killers? Is that why? Is that why we identify with this? Because it's actually not a killer. It's actually soft and cuddly and misunderstood. Is that why? If that is why, then I do have a slight problem with that analogy. For the simple reason that great white sharks, the shark that this is based upon, is not misunderstood. It's not. It's a deranged killing machine, and I don't want to be associated with the likes of it. I have seen the film Jaws, okay? And I know for a fact that that film is accurate, okay? I have it on good authority that not only is the shark from Jaws a real shark, it's in our British shores now. Okay, I'm being a little bit facetious, but I do get tired of these people, usually Australians for some reason, who always go on about how, oh no, mate, sharks are totally misunderstood. They're actually really gentle creatures. Actually, sharks are no more dangerous than grazing your knee when you fall down. Actually, contrary to popular belief, great white sharks aren't even as dangerous as a coconut falling on your head. More people a year die from a coconut that falls on their head than they do from any great white shark. Okay, if that's true, which I don't even believe, to be honest with you, but if that is true, let me ask you this. How would you rather die? Not how many people die, but how would you rather go? Would you rather a coconut falls on your head, knocking you completely unconscious and then dead, with assumedly no feeling, you know, just concussion, death? Relatively peaceful death, a coconut falling on your head. Anything falling on your head is relatively peaceful. Or would you rather be churned up in the horrendous, multi-layered, grimacing, bent shark teeth into a pulp, into a bloody pulp, and then shit out by a demon? They're demons. I mean, okay, this one looks cute, but have you actually seen a real great white shark? They look worse. Their mouths are a hellscape. I'm sick of the shark apologists, honestly, and I don't think it's too bad of a position. I don't think it's too unreasonable to say that trans people deserve a better mascot. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So all I'm asking for from you, my lobotomy world community, which is what you are now, I don't know if you knew that, but you're now a community in your own right. I was thinking we should figure out a new mascot for us, okay? I don't care about the rest of them. You know, if the rest of the trans community, if they want to, you know, faff around with IKEA sharks or whatever, that's fine. And even you, if you want to continue doing that, that's okay, but I want there to be an alternative as well. I think that's only fair. Not every, one size doesn't fit all. God, do I know that. You need diversity even within the diversity. It's intersectional. Do you know what I mean? If you're just going to say that we all have to mess with this Blahaj, which is a word I don't even like to say. It's like, Blahaj, what did you call me? You called me a Blahaj. That sounds like a slur to me. Blahaj sounds like a transphobic slur.
Hey, I'm Jen's personal AI advert bot, model 882,374,932. Why not become a member to Lobotomy World? You get access to exclusive members-only videos and it helps support Jen to do her podcast. Or you can become a Patreon at patreon.com/lobotomyworld. Okay, thanks, I need to return back to the computer mainframe world, so I gotta go, bye now.